All
Okay,
right,
wait, I have to do
excellent.
an introduction first, right? Because I have an
Correct. You're
introduction.
going to introduce your
Okay.
video, tell us what inspired you about the video, and then we're going to play the video and critique. All right, Dr.
Okay.
Kennedy, let's do the opening.
All right, welcome, scholars. So glad to see all of your faces. I hope everyone is ready and prepared for this evening. We have anticipated this day. We have talked about this day, your end of course projects, and we are all excited to see what you guys have developed, what you guys have come up with. Just a few reminders. Well, I know you guys got this, but just remember, even through your nerves, just go ahead and get through what you practice. And just know we're on the other side cheering you guys on. And everyone in my heart, I know you guys are going to be great. So go ahead, get your thoughts together, take your last look at your notes up as we still have scholars coming in. And I'm just looking forward to tonight being awesome. Okay, look, let me make sure this video is going to run. Ooh. Okay, no worries. All right, with that being said, we already have our first candidate up. Chef Dre has volunteered our first scholar. So when you are ready, you can go ahead and introduce your video and then I'll start it for you.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Reem, as you know, from Reemalicious, the bakery that turns sweet memories into unforgettable desserts. You asked for Reemalicious treats, so I delivered. Today, I'm introducing our newest dessert, the Golden Crumble Delight. It's a warm, buttery crumble that's the perfect mix of crisp and sweet. So let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
As you get started, first you're gonna get all your ingredients. For the cake, I'm going to follow the instructions in the back. So we're gonna have 3 cups, cup of water, and a quarter cup of oil. And you're gonna mix the ingredients together, put them in a greased pan in the oven at 350. Then you're gonna move on to the topping mix. You're gonna add a half cup of cold milk, half teaspoon of vanilla, and mix. A few moments later. Then you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of crispy garlic fat and mix again. Now the food starts, we're gonna add our cake to the cup. Then we're going to add our cookie butter spread. Then the cookie crumbles. And then our whipped topping mix on top. Then we could add little crumbles on the top and spread and good to go.
Right. I'll stop sharing. Awesome.
Yay.
Let's
Rah,
give
rah,
it up for
rah.
Miss Rima.
Great way to start it off.
I agree. I agree.
Excellent work. Excellent work.
Thank
Scholars
you.
that just watched the video, let's get some feedback for Rima. What you guys think of the video? Come off mute, turn on your camera.
I really love the little music in the background. I feel like it just brings everything together. And I love how you added like your real malicious in the very beginning and the very end. I thought that was so cute.
Thank you.
Any other scholars with some feedback before we let the directors go ahead and give some feedback? No,
No? Come on.
I know.
Why we got a quiet group today?
They'll warm up. All right, so I'll just give a little bit of my feedback. Like Roxy said, I truly enjoyed the video. I thought the timing was great, right? And that takes time. I've tried to do those videos, so it's not as easy as it looks. So I really thought the timing was great. I enjoyed the humor that you had throughout your video, and the steps were clear. right? So it looked like something that, if I watch it a few times, it could be something I could possibly do. And I did enjoy also the effects, but I felt like your message was very clear. I felt like you kept our attention, which is very important. You know how easily people get distracted. And overall, I felt like I can feel your personality through your video. So I thought it was great. So nice work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to echo Dr. Kennedy. I really love the presentation at the end. That means you actually put some thought into it, to put layers into it, and shooters is what we call them in the culinary world. It's very, very popular for small bites. So I really enjoyed it. It was thorough. You hit all the points that was needed in there for your brand, and I enjoyed it. It was great.
Thank you, Chef Dre.
Nice. Any other directors with feedback before we move on to our next scholar?
Like what I love the add-ins and would love to try the treat. The only suggestion I would make is the text that's used in there, make it a black or a darker font.
Copy.
Awesome. All right.
If that's the only critique, I love it. Change the font. Let's go.
All right, Chef Jared, I know you volunteered our first scholar, but I'm just going to put it out there. Is there anyone ready and willing to go next? Anyone?
Am I have to volunteer somebody else?
Seems that way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just go from top to bottom. Caroline, you're up.
Can I share automatically or
You should have
Yes,
sharing
you should
rights.
already have.
Go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
try and say.
okay. Mm,
What is it saying when you try to share?
I think I say I have to allow it. I I I think I got it though.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
I can. Brazil?
Yeah.
All right, we can see your screen. And remember, give your intro before getting started.
Okay. Hi, my name is Caroline, and for my presentation for the end of course project, I decided to choose the travel, and for country, I chose Brazil because I kind of wanted to like dig in deeper to my own culture. So the location I chose was Copacabana in Rio, and I chose to stay for a week.
I just
So
want
for
to check in if you are advancing your slides. We're still on the first one. I'm not sure if you did though.
sorry.
No problem.
Mm, which- It's saying it's paused.
Okay, so now we just see a black screen. We don't, oh, I don't see your slides anymore. Maybe you want to stop sharing and reshare again.
Okay. Can you see?
Yes. Now we see your first
Yes.
slide.
Okay. I might have to, oh, it paused again for me. Okay, I have to do it like zoomed out, I guess.
Manually. Yes.
There we
Okay.
go.
There you go. That's what.
Okay, so I chose Copacabana and I decided to stay there for a week. For flight information, I for the airline I chose JetBlue. It was the cheapest one that I got a deal with, and it came out to $1,145.73. And I would take off from Newark and land in Rio. For accommodation, I found a hotel that was $50 a night called the Rosa Rio Hotel. Um, the room type was a superior suite and it cost around 347 and 69 cents. With tax, it went up to 409. Um, the hotel is near all the main attractions that I planned on going to. Um, And for transportation, I thought it was just best to do Uber because it came out cheaper as well. So the budget I had put for an Uber was around 150. Um, Places that you could visit, like is in the picture, is Christ the Redeemer. There's also a very famous staircase which is has like a bunch of colors. It's a I guess an artist painted it if I'm not mistaken, and it's free. It just has a very long line, so people try to get there earlier to take pictures. And the Sugarloaf Mountain as well, which is also free. Uh, no, it's not. Sorry, it's around 20 to 25 depending like on which day you go. And then the famous beach in Rio. And here's my itinerary and the breakdown, which I budgeted around like 3,000, which I was able to aim for lower.
Carolina, you still talking?
No, sorry. I saw that Miss Kennedy was taking notes, so I had to stop.
Oh no,
But
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no,
I was
keep
waiting for
going.
you to get to
No,
that.
no. Yeah,
no,
you
but
keep going with your presentation.
yeah, that was the last slide, the itinerary and the breakdown of the budget.
Okay. I was waiting for this slide. That's why I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw your thank you slide. You didn't get there, so I thought you weren't done.
Yeah, sorry, that was it.
No problem. All right. Thank you so much, Caroline. We're going to open the floor for your peers to give feedback. Scholars, feedback.
Okay, so I loved the visuals of the thing. Like it was like it kept me like on like every time.
I also really like the visuals, but something that I think I would give as feedback is that when you're planning a vacation, I think that you should, since you said you were staying there for 7 days, I think that maybe like 3 or 4 things planned every day. Because like when you go on vacation, you want to go out. And I do know that you have them listed out, but I think that if you had chosen like on this day I'll go here and on this day I'll go there, I think that would have really made it pop out more. But the fact that you had places to go to is also great.
I agree. Very nice feedback. Anyone else? All right, well, I'll start. Definitely love your presentation, just like your peers have shared. Notes that I wrote down. I love the reasoning or the rationale behind your choice, right? So you're going to a destination with a purpose that's connected and it's very personal. So I did want to acknowledge that. I saw that you had your airport codes in there, so I know our CEO will be very happy about that. So kudos to you for including that information. And $50 a night, I thought that was a steal, especially to because of your destination. So nice job doing that research to getting the best price. My only feedback, there were some slides where the font was pretty small to read. So I would say just keeping that in mind, especially when doing presentations. And I would have loved to hear more about your why as far as certain areas that you decided to go visit. I know certain areas mean a lot and they have meaning behind them. So I just would have loved to hear your choice and your reasoning behind wanting to visit these destinations. But overall, I did enjoy your presentation. So nice job.
Oh, I'm already off mute. So for for me, I think the only thing that was missing was your energy and passion. When you told me you're willing to learn more about, your culture and your family and, the roots that you grew up with, I was hoping that you would bring it out in the presentation. That would probably be my one feedback. Maybe a little bit more explaining of the different sites, what you're going to do, during those times. Like even if you're just going to the beach to relax, I would like a little bit more detail. But I was looking for the enthusiasm in it. You're checking out your culture, learning something new. And I've always wanted to go see the Christ statue. So I appreciate you for that reminder. I need to put it back on my to do list for 2026. So appreciate you.
It looked very interesting to me. Like I also put in the chat, I say it was great research. It's nice to see you wanting to see more of your family history and learn more about it. I would have loved and it echo something what Chef Jury and Dr. Cassidy said of hearing your passion and why you want to see certain places. But seeing that statue, I just watched Rio 2 yesterday and it just reminded me of the movie again. So good job.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Any volunteers to go next? Okay, Zoom user has raised their hand. Go ahead and unmute and say who you are, only because I can't
Oh, it's
see.
summer.
Got it. Hey, Summer. All right, you're ready.
Yeah.
All right, Summer, so are we. Go ahead.
Could you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Good things take time.
Okay. Hello, good evening. My name is Summer Humphreys, and I chose Antigua and Barbuda. I chose Antigua and Barbuda as my dream destination because of its crystal clear water, warm tropical weather, and peaceful island vibe. It's known for having 365 beaches, one for every day of the year, which makes it perfect for relaxation, exploring, and experiencing Caribbean culture. I'm especially interested in the pink sand beaches in Barbuda and the colorful atmosphere of St. John's, the capital. Okay, so I will be staying for a week, between August 10th to August 17th. I chose this time because I'll be free from school, the weather will be perfect, and they will be having a festival called Carnival. So this is my budget breakdown. My estimated total is like about 2,000 US. So flights, it's a round trip, $700. Accommodation, 900. It's $130 a night. Food about 300. Transportation, 150. Activities slash attractions, 250. Souvenirs and like extra things that I may want, 200. So the flight will be a round trip from New Jersey to Antigua, and I'll be using JetBlue. The average cost will be around $700. Travel time 4.5 hours. The transportation that I'll use on the island is a rental car, which is $50 a day. I will be staying at Royalton Antigua, which is in Five Islands. This is my itinerary. So on the first day I arrive, I check in and relax at the beach. Then I'll have dinner at CNC Wine House. Day two, I will explore beaches and it will be Carnival Monday. I'll visit Dickinson Bay and swim and sunbathe. Day three, I would like to do some historic tours, and I will be at Nelson's Dockyard. Entry is $15, and I'll go between the hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I will enjoy the sunset at Shirley Heights. Day four, I'll do a circumnavigation, which is a boat tour. Um, it's about $120, and I will snorkel. Food is included, and different fun activities. Day five, I'll do a trip to Barbuda to visit the Pink Sand Beach and caves. I use a ferry or a small plane, so that varies between $100 and $150. On day six, I will relax and enjoy the local culture, shopping in St. John's to get some souvenirs and just learning more about the culture and what they have to offer. And I'll try coconut and crawfish. On day seven, I will be departing, so I'll have breakfast and a last visit at the beach, then my flight home. These are some top attractions and activities in Antigua and Barbuda. So Nelson's Dockyard is a historic naval site with amazing views. Dickinson Bay, one of the most beautiful beaches there. The Pink Sand Beach is a unique and rare pink colored sand located in Barbuda. And Carnival, just a party downtown. Safety and health. I need to stay hydrated in hot weather, use sunscreen daily, follow local travel advisories, keep belongings secure, respect local culture and customs. These are a couple important facts about Antigua and Barbuda. So the conversion rate from US to USD, XCD is 2.7. Antigua has no rivers, but they rely on rain and desalination. Barbuda is known for its pink sand and beaches. Um, One of the world's largest colonies of frigate birds live in Barbuda, and they have a warm climate all year round. This is my reflection. Planning my dream vacation to Antigua and Barbuda helped me understand how much thought actually goes into traveling. I learned how to organize a budget, choose flights, and plan activities while making sure everything fits together. One challenge I faced was balancing my budget with all the things I wanted to do, especially since because Antigua had so much beautiful beaches and attractions. I overcame this by prioritizing what matters most to me and adjusting my spending in different areas. This assignment helped me better understand the practical side of travel planning, managing money, time, and transportation. Overall, it made me realize that planning a trip is not just about choosing a destination, but also about making smart decisions to create a smooth and enjoyable experience. And these are just some pictures. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Great word. Scholars, let's give Summer some feedback.
Wait, how do you stop sharing? How do you get back?
There you go. You stop sharing.
Okay.
Summer,
What
I
is
loved your
your favorite thing?
presentation. It was really good. I felt like it was well explained. Like you had a reason why you were going there. Like you were all about, oh, I want to respect the culture. You were all about, oh, they have this, they have that. I want to try a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And it was just organized. Like it made sense. Like it wasn't like critical order. So I felt like you were okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And then later you had the facts about like, oh, like it has one of the sand beaches, like the pink sand and everything. So it was great.
Thank you.
I think my favorite slide from the whole presentation was the budget breakdown because like seeing an insight like kind of like a preview and then actually seeing where all that money actually goes, like, and then getting the description of where those places are, that was really amazing. And I think that that made your presentation really pop out. But one piece of feedback I would give is that when you do a presentation, from what I was told, you shouldn't, well, you should try not to put all of like a script on board. You should have like kind of like a short paragraph and have that script internalized so that when you're presenting, your audience is really engaged with you. And even still, the script and the PowerPoint slide with all like the paragraph, that was really amazing. And your reasoning towards it, like you could tell that genuinely did come from the heart. And it was overall amazing.
Thank you.
Is Raymond Roxy the only two scholars who's got feedback? I'm not telling you to stop. Hey, if you girls want to keep, perfectly fine. But are there any other scholars that have some feedback? Let's see. I got it. All right, I'm gonna read what's in the chat. Hold on. See, C. Morgan said, "Great job, Summer. Good detail and good reflection. You gave something to think about. Something to think about at the beginning with the quote and end with the reflection. Suggestion on the reflection: use bullet points to break down the information. To break the information up." Rosie really enjoyed I'm going to say the details and how you took us through your day. Yep, details. Dr. Kennedy, you got something?
Yes, Summer, nice job. I just want to piggyback on what your peers have mentioned. Who did we lose? Okay. My notes I wrote down, I love how you included your why. There was a great description of why you were visiting certain places. And what stood out to me, which in traveling, sometimes you just don't think about, was that slide about safety, right, which is truly important, and you scheduling time for relaxation. I know we go certain places and we want to go, 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 but it's so important for you to take that time to relax and also enjoy the local culture of wherever you're visiting. So I thought that was great. My feedback is the same as far as reading off the slides. I think that was a great suggestion as far as creating bullet points and then having that paragraph. That's something that you can say that we don't have to see or read. And your camera wasn't on. I wanted to see you. I would have loved to see your face, how you were acting during presentation. That's a big part of presenting, is this part right here. So I wish maybe I would have just said something earlier so you can turn your camera on and we would have saw you. But overall, I really did enjoy your presentation. So nice job.
I won't add anything else. Everybody's actually said all the feedback that I had. Great job, Summer. Great job. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see who's next on this list. Mr. Isaac. Oh, Roxy, I'll bring you up next. Isaac, you ready?
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm
Yep,
ready.
you should already have sharing rights. Go right ahead, good sir.
Hello?
Yes,
So
your screen sharing is still loading. So,
there we
all
go.
right, there
Now I
you
see.
go. You are ready to go, my friend.
Uh, Um, Hello everyone. Today I will be presenting my dream vacation plan to Paris. Um, I chose this because it's a known city. Well, I chose this place because it's known as the city of light, and it is also like it is also it also has a famous landmarks, amazing food, and beautiful culture. Um, I also will explain my travel dates, budget flights, and hotels, activities, and what I learned from this project. Um, this is my trip overview. Um, I don't know if I don't know if I can see.
We can see your slide. Yes.
Yep.
Alright. Destination Paris, France. France. My travel dates. I'm traveling from June 10th to June 15th. I chose this date because it's around this time it's usually nice. The weather is nice, you know. And I'm for travelers. I'm traveling solo. Purpose for exploration. And the duration. I'm traveling for 5 days. A budget estimate. Um, Flights 900, hotels 700, food 300, transportation 400, attractions 300, and souvenirs 250. My total budget comes out to be $2,850. This is my flight and transport. Um, Airlines. I flew with Delta Airlines. Um, I'm going to Paris. Um, and then this is I started from Newark Liberty International Airport, EWR, to D. Charles D. Galou Airport, CDG. Flight number 8758. Departure time around 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Arrival time around 6 a.m. Next day flight duration about 7 hours. These are like pictures. Right. Um, Accommodations. I'm going to this hotel. It's called Hotel FN Sin. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but the price is 150
Eiffel
to 200. I'm sorry, you said what? The price is
Sin.
150. Yeah, Eiffel Sin. Eiffel Sin. The price is 150 to 200 per night. It's also close to the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to this other hotel. It's called Saint-Zem, Paris, Gare d'Ile, Gare de Lyon. Um, it's 130 to 180 per night. Yeah. Safety, safety and health factors. Um, I will stay aware of my surroundings, especially in crowded tourist areas. I will keep my money, phone, and passport in a safe place to avoid pickpockets. I will follow local laws and respect the culture in France. I will use trusted transportation like the Paris Metro and avoid unsafe areas at night. I will carry basic health items like water, hand sanitizer, and any needed medicine. I would have emergency contact and information saved on my phone in case something happens. Yeah, that's itinerary summary. Day 1, I'm gonna visit the Eiffel Tower. Day 2, explore the museum. Day 3, I'm gonna see the Notre Dame Cathedral. Day 4, I'm gonna take a cruise. Day 5, I'm gonna visit the Arc de Triomphe. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Day 6, I'm just walk around. I'm gonna do a walk around. Day 7, I'm gonna do a day trip to the Palace of Versailles. Day 8, I'm gonna visit the Disneyland Paris. This is shopping and local experience. I'm gonna go to these markets, and these markets, they basically have souvenirs and archaeological. I'm sorry. Um, Souvenirs and archaeological um uh it's like antiques. Like it has like antiques and stuff like that. But yeah, and these are the names. I don't really know how to pronounce them. Reflections. Um, in this project, I learned how to plan a trip. Wait, hold up. In this project, I learned how to plan a trip to Paris by budgeting money, choosing activities, and organizing a schedule. It helped me understand that travel planning takes time and responsibility. Thank you. That's it.
All right.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you so much. You can go ahead and stop sharing. Yep. And we'll get started with the feedback from your peers. All right, scholars, let's hear your feedback.
Was the visuals that I had. I think that it made me pop out a lot. But a piece of feedback that I would give is that if you're discussing the importance of culture, a big part of culture is language. So knowing how to pronounce certain places like markets and location, I think that when you're presenting or just going on vacation, like truly you knowing that allows you to experience it a lot better. And when you're presenting like an experience, you want to be able to do that. And but I think that the visuals for it were amazing. And something else that I noticed as well was that on the first, I think the second or the third slide, you had said that your vacation was from June 10th to June 15th, but then when you were showing your itinerary, there were 8 days instead of 5. So that is just something else, like making sure that you're reviewing your presentation, that everything aligns. I think that's also very important as well. But I think that the visuals were really amazing, and yeah, it was good.
Thank you, Roxy. Anybody else? No other scholar feedback?
I like
All right, I'm gonna read. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
the presentation. I like the slides and everything. It was really nice, but the same thing that Roxy said. But you did good overall.
Let's see. Miss C put in the chat. Great job, Isaac. I like the interesting facts. Slides were very clean and entices you to go to Paris. Suggestion: reduce the filler words, and she would have liked to hear more of your passion of the place that you were desiring to go and why you really wanted to visit certain places on your itinerary. Dr. Kenny, I'll let you go last this time. Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
So, so some of the notes that I put down, um, Roxy already touched on it with the 5 days and 8 day itinerary. Before you finish your presentation, and I say this to all the scholars, you probably have someone else proofread it before you have to present it. Then someone else read it. Practice, like we said in on Monday, because you'd have been able to catch some of those few miscues, like Eiffel Tower and the Eiffel CA, they're spelled the same. And in the slide, you had it misspelled. You had one spelled with the I before and then one spelled with the I after. And so you definitely want to have someone proofread what you have in there so that you'll know it was. And a fun feedback was like, your souvenirs are only $50 less than your food. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of souvenirs. But that, I guess I don't know if those souvenirs are for you or to give to the rest of the family, but it was actually pretty kind. I usually don't see people have that high of souvenirs, compared to food in their travel. So that means you're thinking now others, and yep, that was it. Learn the words. Just put it in Google, and someone can say it to you. Dr. Kennedy.
Yes, I was going to recommend that same thing, but yes, what I my notes that I wrote down, I absolutely love the look of your slides. I felt like it was very clear and organized. I appreciate you giving us the why. Like Paris is a very popular spot. But you gave us your why as far as the food, the culture, and even the dates, right? Because that weather is what was going to be nice weather, and that gave you the reason of selecting those dates. I saw the airport code, so kudos for that. And just having all of the information about the different sites that you wanted to visit. My question was just that budget that you had for your excursions. Did that include everything that you listed on the things that you wanted to do while your time was out there? Because you guys are finding amazing deals when you're saying it's just a few $100s to do all of the excursions. And if you
Right.
have, that's awesome. Um, my feedback, of course, I think it was said before. You said that this was like a dream destination for you, a dream trip. And I just wish I would have felt that throughout your presentation. And just remember that the energy that you give during your presentation, the people who are viewing that, we pick up on that. So I just would have loved to feel your excitement and energy as you talk about this dream place that you would like to visit. But overall, like everyone said, I thought it was a well done presentation.
Excellent. Thank you, Isaac. Roxy, you put your hand up. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Chef Andre.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Hi, I'm Roxy Ataca Lopez, and I come from a Peruvian family. And if there's two things you need to know about Peruvians, is that one, we like to talk, and two, we like to eat. In my family, something I've learned, given our culture, is that you could have a lot of rough days, but one thing that always make it better is a warm stuffing meal. And when I say a meal, I mean a full course meal with sides and sauce. So that's what I'm going to be presenting today. And I have chosen this specific dish because this was the very first dish that I made from my Peruvian culture, which made me fall in love with cooking.
Awesome. Doo-doo.
How do I share?
All right, at the bottom of your screen, there should be a green button that says share and like an arrow right next to it. Well, no, you can click on that green button.
Now, Dr. Kennedy, you might have to give her sharing rights because she logged in as an additional
Oh,
user.
okay.
So that
Mm,
user may not have sharing rights.
okay, as I'm sharing. All right, I'll click that again. Let me click on you. All right, Chef Dre, should I then make her a co-host so she can share?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Roxy, you are now co-host. You should have sharing rights.
And you see it down in the bottom, the green box, black arrow.
I don't see it.
Wait a minute, did you? She has two in there because she had to log in from another device. So Dr. Kennedy, you should see her name somewhere twice. I think it is
I have the
because I
share
let her in already.
my main like screen, but I have an additional device.
There you go. Now try it. Hey, Summer, welcome to the camera. Hey, Roxy, make sure your printing device is off mute and your
Okay.
regular one is on mute, so we don't have the echo.
I still am not getting it.
You don't see the sharing rights for either one?
I see the tools, but it doesn't show me like specific like share your screen. I see like everything but share your screen.
Well, you should see something. It just says share in a green button in the middle of the screen, middle bottom of the screen.
No, I don't see it.
She has as co-host, it might just be white. The letter might just be white. But the share is next to tools, Roxy. It's between you have chat, react, share, and then host tools. You should see at the bottom.
I
Or
see
do you,
host tools, but like it doesn't give me like a button to press to say share screen.
it's before host tools.
There's nothing before host tools for me.
All right. Roxy, we'll come back to you as we figure this out. Stay logged in on both.
Thank you.
Dr. Kennedy, we'll come back. Go ahead and email your presentation for me to info
I
at
can
S.O.A.R.
have it emailed to connect@soar.com. Connect at soar, let's soar.org.
It should be info at Let's S.O.A.R.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's see. Who do we have on this list? Caroline went. Stephanie, you ready? Awesome. Definitely ready. You should already have sharing rights. Stephanie, did you find the share?
Yes, I just have to log in to the Zoom thingy.
Okay. All right, Stephanie. While you're logging in, Jaylene, are you logged in and have everything ready?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go ahead and let you present. Go right ahead. And then we're going to come back to Stephanie and Roxy. We're going to bring you up at the end. Yeah, I think you'll be the last one.
I see someone's
So,
presentation. I think
Yeah,
this
it
is
says I'm presenting.
yes.
All right.
okay, perfect.
All right. Okay, so I decided to do my dream vacation, to go to Brazil. Um, hold on, sorry. Bro. Okay, this is. Give me a second.
Just hit the back arrow at the bottom of your present screen, as opposed to clicking in the middle. Because you click in the middle, it's going to automatically go to the next one.
It's because
So
my microphone button and all the panels are like next to it. So every time I tap, it like pops up and it's not letting me.
You're on your phone?
Yeah.
Turn your phone sideways. Now that should free up all your icons at the bottom where you can hit the back arrows.
It's still there.
All right. Keep whatever you just did, do it again. You're at slide 4 right now. Slide 3. Slide 2.
All right. I'm gonna check it here. All right, let me just like restart again. Hi, my name is Stephanie Soriano, and I decided to do my dream vacation project on Brazil. I will be staying in Sao Paulo, Brazil for 2 weeks, and those 2 weeks are going to be during the summer. So from July 1st, 2026 to July 14th, 2026, which is 2 weeks. And I decided to visit Brazil because I've always really had such a passion to see it and so much like interest because I like grew up kind of like watching and listening to a lot of like the music and just like seeing kind of the culture. So that like really sparked my interest in it, and which is why I would love to go there. Um, so my budget for this trip is 4,500, and the flight would be 900, accommodation 1,400, food 700, transportation 250, activities and attractions would be 600. And I actually got to go like less than what I was aiming for, so I saved a lot of money than I intended to. And my flight and transportation details. So for my flight, I'll be flying from JFK, which is in New York. So I would need of transportation to get there. Um, I'll be going to Sao Paulo International Airport. The cost would be 818 for a round trip, and the time from there to there would be 8:40 p.m. to 7:15 a.m. and the time back would be 11:15 p.m. to 11:39 a.m. And the transportation I would be using there would mostly be Uber and occasions Metro. But it's said not to be that safe, which is why I would probably be more leaning towards Uber. Accommodations, I'll be staying in 2 hotels and 1 Airbnb throughout the trip. I will be staying in it's called Go Libertad Cozy Apartment for 5 nights, my first 5 nights, and it'll be 172 for it. Then I'll go to an hotel for 4 nights. That'll be 352. And the last hotel I'm gonna be staying for during my trip is called H4 Fortune Jardins, which is going to be 5 nights and it's going to cost 244 and the total will be 768. This is itinerary. Since I am staying 2 weeks, it's kind of like lengthy, so I try to shorten it up and focus on like the main like activities and attractions I'm gonna be going to each day. Um, so day one, I'll obviously check in around 8 a.m. and I'll go explore the city. Um, there's one called Avenida Paulista, which is really popular and it's kind of like a chill place to like get get started. Day two, I'd explore, go to a museum of art in Sao Paulo. Day three, Ibera Puera Park. Day four, I'll be going to a cathedral, and I'll probably go on a guided walking tour. Day five, local markets and a fancy dinner afterwards. Day six, shopping and just chilling. Day seven, I'll probably rest and then revisit any favorite place that's nearby. And then day eight, I would visit Villa Madelena. Day nine, explore Beco de Batman. Um, Day 10, a brunch at a popular cafe. And since we're already going to the last few days, I decided kind of for day 11, I'll be going to a beach near Sao Paulo. Day 12, relax during the day and then go zip lining outside the city. And then day 13, last minute shopping, packing. And then 14, I'll check out the hotel and head to the airport. Um, these are some of the attractions that I had mentioned previously: Se Catedral, Ibirapuera Park, and the Museum of Art Sao Paulo. These are one of the most popular attractions in the city. So definitely on my to-do list. And safety and health, pickpocketing is really common, so I definitely take like precautions being there. I wouldn't wear anything too expensive or that I know would like put me at risk. I will be taking the Uber instead of public transportation, especially carry minimal cash with me and use insect repellent to not get any mosquito borne diseases because I saw that that's very common there. In my reflection, throughout my vacation planning process, I really learned that every detail truly does count. Like you have to plan everything to make sure that you're not caught by surprise if anything goes wrong, and to have backup plans, um, as well as rest. You can't just be going everywhere all the time. Um, so having an itinerary is really important to know that you don't miss anything you wanted to see, but it got sidetracked or pushed over. Um, and lastly, I really learned how to budget my money accordingly. So that's my reflection, and that's the end. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, scholars, feedback.
I think you did great. There was energy. You had a little salt, like a little sprinkle of your personality in there. Like it wasn't like you memorized it. It was like you wanted to be there and you had a passion behind it. So good job.
Thank you.
I really liked your presentation, and like I look, you want to go to Brazil now.
Thank you. We could go low key go together. We have the plan already set.
Mm-hmm.
Why not go high key? Make it happen. Why not go high key? I know y'all generation love to do things low key. Now let's go high key. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Something that I love from your presentation. Okay, something that I love from your presentation. Wait, I'm talking from here, but I'm speaking here. Something that I love from your presentation is that the way you elaborated on everything, like you could tell, like I agree with Rima, like it was something you were genuinely interested in because the way you spoke about it you just seemed excited when you were reading it, when you were seeing your own slides, and you could tell you spent that genuine time and effort onto it. And it really reflected when you were speaking, when you were presenting, like you were comfortable, you were confident in yourself, and that's something that it was also great. And again, I do agree with I believe Miss C said in a comment, like just a little more elaboration on specifically the places. But aside from that, it could not have been more close to perfect. You did amazing.
Thank you so much.
Any other scholars? Going once, going twice. All right. Miss C says, great job, Stephanie. Enjoyed your introduction of why choosing Brazil. Good breakdown of costs and your schedule of travels. Suggestion, interpret the places on itinerary. Nice visuals. Interpret. Yeah, I read that right. Interpret. Dr.
You
Kennedy?
did. You did. I forgot the word. You did.
Yes, I will add
Thank
on
you,
and
Steve.
totally agree with your peers and what Missy is saying. I appreciate the intro, right? That was big. We talked about that a lot. You introduce yourself before presenting, and you did that. So I appreciate that. As well as appreciating your why, right? That connection to the culture um, really helps me to understand your eagerness or your passion to want to visit Brazil. I saw those airport codes, so kudos to you for that. And I really did appreciate the breakdown that your itinerary breakdown, your financial breakdown was truly thorough. So I can tell that you really took that time, just like Roxy was saying, you took the time to really do the research, and that showed throughout your presentation. And I appreciate the energy. Like I said, because because you are energized, I'm on the other side also smiling with you, nodding, and it's making me just consider this place as well. Brazil is a place I think on a lot of people's to-do list. But just learning some more about Brazil definitely encouraged me to want to also go visit. So thank you so much. And your presentation overall, I think you did a great job as well.
Thank you for your feedback. I really appreciate it.
I echo what everyone else said. I won't say any more. Excellent.
Thank you.
All right. You're most welcome. Dr. Kennedy, you have Roxy's pulled up to share?
Yes. Let me get that going for your Roxy. Um,
And then
Would you want me
Jaylene, we
to
see you.
disconnect from the extra
Make sure
device?
make sure everything is ready.
well, okay. Sound is good. Started from the beginning.
Roxy, whenever you're ready.
Would you want me to reintroduce this? Would you want me to reintroduce myself, like the intro again?
My name is yes, please.
Okay. Hi. Wait. I'm gonna leave from the extra device.
Okay.
Okay, I left from the extra device. I apologize. My name is Roxy Taco. Um, I come from a long family of Peruvians and their love for cooking, and this meal that I prepped and added a little bit of my family's touch to. This meal I chose specifically because this is the meal that made me fall in love with cooking, and I wanted to spread it that same joy that I have with everyone. I hope that it really reflects in the video that I made, and that you realize how great Peruvian food is as well.
Dr. Kennedy, we don't have sound this time. We had sound before, but we don't have sound this time.
I think it's because she muted herself.
Yes. I can hear it on my end. Let me see if that is the issue. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Let it sit up.
Can you hear me now?
Two tomatoes.
Yep. If you
All
started
right,
over
let's
for
start
me,
it
that would be
over.
awesome.
Receiving global self-service, side of fries, rice, and I keep it. Add salt and garlic to taste, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Mix well and add 1 pound of stripped beef. Add plastic wrap over the bowl and let it marinate overnight in the refrigerator. The next day, let it sit out to room temperature. Slice 2 tomatoes into strips. They should be Get 2 red onions, cut them in half, and slice them vertically, then cut off the root. The petals of the onion should look similar to the tomato. In a rice pot, add vegetable oil, all-purpose seasoning, and 6 cloves of minced garlic. Mix well and let that cook. Get 8 spring onions and cut off the first inch. Set it to the side. We'll need it later. Then cut the remaining spring onion into 3 sections. Add this to a blender. Also add half a cup of mayonnaise. Chop up 1 medium-sized green jalapeno pepper. Add that to the blender. Add a third cup of vegetable oil, 6 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and 1 black mint. Cut a bundle of cilantro in half and add the stems to the blender. Now finally, blend into smooth. The ahi should look like this. Cut the rest of the potato vertically into layers and now cut those layers into slices for fries. Deep fry until golden brown. Finally, add your beef strips on high heat with vegetable oil for 5 minutes. When it's done cooking, set to the side. Add the tomatoes and the onion petals into the beef juice and now stir until golden. Add the extra cilantro and spring onion. Now add your fries and mix well. Plate it pretty and then add the ahi vertically. Here is the completed lomo saltado dish. Now let's see what my tia Vila plays. Another one. Thank you for watching and be sure to give this recipe a try.
Awesome. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. S.O.A.R scholars, let's hear that feedback.
Okay, so first I'm gonna say I love it because I'm all about the presentation when it comes to food, and you did a great job about that. And great video overall. I really loved it. Thank you.
Did you see that in the chat, Roxy? Summer said her mom said sharing is caring. Can I have a plate? I love it. Any other scholar feedback? Thank you, Summer. Thank you, Rima.
I really like how the video was really like easy on the eyes, like it was really simple to see and it was well explained at the same time. So I just really like that. And the presentation did look really good.
Thank you so much.
Any other scholars? See, Morgan put in the chat, Professor C said, very good. Nice to hear about your family background and enjoyed the video. Good job. Dr. Kennedy?
I agree with all the comments that have been said already. I appreciate the intro. It really led us into what to expect. Oh, there you go. What to expect for your video, and I love that background story, right? It just helped me to feel more connected to the recipe that I was viewing. What else did I put? Oh yes, love the energy, right? When you smile, I smile. Like I couldn't help it, and I really do appreciate that. I felt like the video had a nice flow to it. Everything looked really good too. I don't think I've ever had that dish before, but I low key want to try it. Mumbo joke. But my only feedback would be if you could just slow down your speech rate just a tad because it did feel fast. That's something that I would just have to rewatch if I truly wanted to try your recipe because of the fast speech rate. But other than that, I truly enjoyed it and I thought you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, Roxy. We already know you talk fast. So for people that don't have the mental capacity to keep up with Speedy, slow it down in your speech. But everything else was wonderful. Love the presentation. I love the added bonus at the end of somebody actually trying it, because in the beginning, you talked about it being one of the first things that you cooked and being part of your family, and then you have an elder, someone that's probably been cooking it 3 to 4 times you've been alive, right? And for you to give her the dish and she gave you a 10 out of 10, she probably want to say 8 out of 10, but she loves you enough to give you the other 2 points, right? The elders are very critical when it comes to food and cooking their dishes. So, but yeah, love the video, excellent energy, love all the background that went into it, and that's definitely a social media recipe that somebody would duplicate without a problem.
Thank you very much, Chef Jay.
Great job. And Rosie said in the chat, great job. No, she can't necessarily come off the camera. I high key want to try it. That's what Rosie said. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Roxy. All right. And last but certainly not least, to close this out for the night, you know who she is. Come on, Miss Jaylee. You ready? Jaylene, you ready? I'm proud of all
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys,
ready.
by the way.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to share.
Try now because it was on one person at a time, but now I put it on several people can share. See if that has helped.
It says I have to like allow access.
I think there's allowed access on your end.
Are you on
Are
a
you
Mac?
allowed completely in Zoom? Are you on the
Oh, wait,
Mac?
yeah, I got it, got it.
Awesome.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my name is Jaylene and I'm doing I'm doing Japan as my dream vacation. So why Japan? Because I really like admire the ancient culture and the temples, the deer parks, and the autumn beauty is really beautiful. And there's like stunning flowers, perfect travel timing because there's like less tourists during that time. And I really want to learn more about the peace and history. And my duration would be departing New York City, going to Tokyo, and then Kamakura, Hiroshima, and then returning New York City, which in total would be 10 days. So for my budget breakdown, the most that like I would spend on would be flights, and then next would be accommodations, which is like $80 a night, and then local transportation, meals, emergency funds, attractions and admission fees, and shopping, which in total would be 3,500. And after comparing all like the airlines, I think JAL would be nice because it's like a 14-hour direct flight with no layovers, even though it like costs the most. I think it would like most fit my like ideal interests. And
Okay, Jaylene, if you are advancing your slides, and I don't see it on my end, it's still on that first slide. I don't know if that's the same for everyone else.
No, I
Okay.
don't
uh
see him changing either.
Okay, you see your first slide is highlighted in blue or outlined there.
okay. Should I go back or
Yes.
okay,
I give you
here's
the
my
opportunity to
oh,
start back
start
over.
over?
Yes.
Okay. So my dream vacation is Japan, and why I would choose Japan is because of the ancient culture with its temples and deer parks, and the autumn beauty, because during that time there's like fewer tourists than like peak spring or like cherry blossom season, and the stunning flowers. And I really want to learn more about the peace and history. So the travel dates would be departing New York City, going to Tokyo, Kamakura, Nara, Hiroshima, and then returning New York City, which would be 10 days in total. And What costs most is the flights, which is 1,900, and then the accommodations, the local transportation, meals, and emergency funds, and then the attractions and admission fees and shopping, which in total would be 3,500. And after comparing all the airlines, I would choose the JAL because there's no layovers and it's a direct flight. Even though it costs the most, I think it would best suit my like interests. Um, and then there's transportation, which there's the bullet train, walking, city buses, and taxi. And all the hotels I would choose is Guest House Nara Backpackers, which costs $45 a night, which I'm staying three nights. And then Hiroshima Astor Plaza Hotel, which is $85 a night. And then Kamakura Guest House, which is $110 a night. And then my day by day itinerary would be day one departing, day two landing at Nara. And then day three would be a full day going to the Toda Todaiji Temple and then the Kuzuka Grand Shrine and Wakakusa Hill, and then eating sushi. And then day four would be going to the Nara National Museum, and then the garden, and an old town called Naramachi, and going to Hiroshima by taking the bullet train. And then that day, I'm just gonna go to the museum and the memorial park and take a boat to the Torii Gate. And then day six, I would go to the Hiroshima Castle and the garden. And day seven, I would go to the museum and then take the bullet train to Kamakura and just eat around the station. And then day eight, I would go to the Great Buddha and the Hasadera Temple and go to a shrine. And then day nine, I would go to a temple called Ingakuji Zen and just hike at the Daibutsu Trail and eat some sashimi. And then day 10, I'll just go home. Um, and my attractions and activities would be going to Nara Park, as I said earlier. But these are like the ranks of how like I think is most like interesting, which is, yeah, basically this. And the safety and health, um, for safety considerations, I would look out for natural hazards, traffic, currency, language, and health and wellness would be vaccinations, travel insurance, and jet lag, and customs. And for my reflection, I think that after researching, um, I realized how much like traveling, like you really need to like research a lot and how much in depth there is. And like it's really like a lot like comparing flight layovers and understanding like the transportation routes. And for budgeting, I realized that I have to like accommodate my personal priorities over really like setting a budget for myself. So yeah. And cultural awareness, I have to like respect Japan and really like not like just like deepen the cultural understanding and uh respect like the locals. That's it. Thank you.
I love it. Me and my sister are actually planning a trip to Japan soon. So, Nara Park, that's where we're going.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So, yeah, I love it.
Something that I really love that you added into your presentation, which you didn't dive in deep into, but I skimmed it a little bit. I love that you added the I believe it was called health and wellness and your safety, and you were talking about like insurance, jet lag. I think it's so good to like be prepared for situations like that and have that in your presentation. And something else that I thought was really amazing that you added in your presentation was also like not only talking about the importance of culture awareness, but talking about that specific culture, which is so huge, and giving examples such as no tipping, no shoes in certain places, and that bowing isn't just a sign of like being kind, is the way of showing respect. And I personally, when you have like big things like that, I think that you should elaborate a little bit more on it, because it shows that you really deep dived into it, and you really did for your overall presentation. And then one feedback I would give aside from that is that for your, because you have kind of have like paragraphs in every section, you have a lot to say, and that's amazing, but I would just shorten it down just a tiny bit. But other than that, I love that you had ranked all of the top places. It was really amazing. You had added so much key details that I really like. When I saw the presentation, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for her to talk about that. But then you kind of skimmed over it. But you had so much great things on your presentation. It was really amazing. And I really just wish that you elaborated on it more. I would love to hear more about it.
Very nice. Any other scholars? Loving the feedback.
One more thing, me and my sister could really use your slides as a way to plan our trip.
Excellent. Make sure you guys connect. I mean, you guys are in classes together. You guys should have each other's information. I mean, that's a good start for planning the trip. Just saying. Maybe y'all can all go together. S.O.A.R International. Just saying. That's what we do. That's what we do. Any other feedback, scholars? Professor C said, great job, Janine. Said, good breakdown of the itinerary and cost. Enjoyed hearing your why for wanting to visit Japan, and love the visuals. Let me get my talking together. Visuals of the attractions and activities. Excellent. Dr. Kennedy?
Yes, I totally agree with so many things that your peers have said. I feel like the breakdown was so thorough as far as your itinerary, the financials, even down to your activities. I enjoyed your why. One thing I wrote down was the autumn beauty, and you choosing that time because it'll be less packed with like tourists is something smart to think about. So I really enjoyed hearing about that. I saw the variety in your activities that you planned for yourself, but I did see one thing that was in common, and that was eating sushi, which I get. And I think that's, of course, it's fitting to where you're going, but I'm saying everywhere you go, just eat a little sushi. I get that. I love that for you. What I also wanted to acknowledge was your transparency during the reflection, and just acknowledging, like, hey, during this process, I learned so much, not only about myself, but things that I need to consider once I do visit this area. And I think Roxy, she also talked about this too. I wrote it down as far as understanding about the no shoe policy, understanding about no tipping policy. These are things that you have to deeply consider when you travel outside of your own country, because you never want to be rude or disrespectful anywhere you go. You want to honor the culture in the space and the place where you're visiting. So I thought that was a thorough investigation, research in the area that you were going. So overall, I did enjoy your presentation. So thank you.
I want to say this to the scholars and my fellow professors and doctor, right? Y'all don't leave me much to say. I'm gonna have to start going first, because my feedback is pretty much on the same page as everybody else. With the feedback, absolutely fabulous. Japan. I told you guys on Monday, Japan is one of the places that I'm going to go, and this will be recorded. So I will be borrowing your slides as I make my travel reservations to go to Japan for 2 weeks, because I want to go see the flowers change as well down there. They said the blossoms are absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much. That was awesome. That was awesome. Let's see. Make sure I didn't forget any scholars. Roxy, Caroline, Stephanie, Isaac, Jaylene, Reem. All right. Excellent. We got all the scholars covered, and congratulations. You have completed the hospitality and travel portion of the business and hospitality S.O.A.R travel cohort. So you still have another cohort to go, which is all the advanced, and you're going to learn some incredible things. You're going to be presenting again, so make sure, hopefully, that you know, from presenting today, you'll be a little bit more comfortable the next time that you present, going through the next information, starting with, you know, a lot of different things about cash and business. You guys are going to have an absolutely phenomenal time. So I personally want to thank you guys for being here today. Quick note, Rosie, I just want to confirm with you that the registration for the college tour is still open for them to register. So you can say yes or no in the chat, because I know you can't. Yes. So make sure you should have the information already in your email. It's also in the virtual business WhatsApp link to register for it. The time is coming up. There's limited seats available. I believe Rosie said that it is a credit that you can use with school. So if you haven't already went on a college trip, you can actually get a non-absent, you know, credit from the school to take the college tour with S.O.A.R. So it's another one of those great incentives that we have going on there. And thank you to everybody that turned in your Women's History Day presentation as well. So, Dr. Kennedy, you have anything you want to add?
I just want to add to it and just say congratulations, scholars. I know it is not easy to log on, to be present, especially after a full day of school, but you guys showed up, and I just want to say how proud I am of each and every one of you. These presentations were awesome. And just thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for investing not only in yourselves, but in us and allowing us to be a part of this journey with you guys. I know you heard it the last cohort for those who were there that we say once S.O.A.R, always S.O.A.R. So just understand that we won't be disconnected. We might be all done with our sessions now, but I hope to see everyone at our gala that's coming up in December so that I can say hi to each and every one of you in person. But thank you again and congratulations.
And remember, we're going to the Dominican Republic, so do well in these last 4 weeks, because I want you to be in the top running to come join me in Dominican Republic, because a little birdie told me there's going to be quite a bit of culinary work going on there. I'm just saying. I ain't going to say no more than that. I'm going to leave it at that. I ain't going to say no more. Okay? You're going to have an opportunity. Anybody want to be a sous chef? I'm just saying. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. You guys have been absolutely outstanding. Once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did amazing. Rosie put in the chat, you guys did absolutely amazing. Congratulations. Great job. And yes, you're all on track to go with us to the Dominican Republic. And we're all going to make sure that Dr. Kennedy goes on one of these internships. She has not been, so we're going to work this out. You are going this year. You're going this year.
Come on, from your lips to God's ears. Here we go.
Amen. Amen. And amen.
Any questions?
All right.
Anything?
Yep.
From our scholars? Anyone have anything to say? Any questions that you guys might have?
Excellent. You got class again on Tuesday. Everybody ready? Give me a thumbs up. All right, just for the recording, everybody come off mute. I saw a thumbs down. I saw that.
I saw that.
I just thought maybe the camera was upside down.
No, I saw that.
The camera's upside down. All right, everybody come off mute.
Yes.
Jaylene, Stephanie, Isaac, are you awake? You're still on mute though.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Stephanie, you're still on mute. 2 things I want you to do. I'm going to ask you if you enjoyed this cohort. You're going to say yes, chef. And then you're going to say less S.O.A.R. Everybody good with that? We're going to have it on recording.
Yes.
All right, scholars. Did you enjoy this cohort?
Yes,
chef. Let's S.O.A.R.
We're going to try this one more time. It's on recording, so people are going to see this. You're going to say, yes, chef, less S.O.A.R. All right? Everybody ready?
Yes, chef.
Scholars, did you enjoy this cohort?
Yes, chef. Let's S.O.A.R.
Let's
Let-
go.
Yes.
You guys are absolutely awesome. I appreciate you for this time. And there should be a course evaluation for the entire course.
Yes. Oh,
I don't remember.
yeah.
Yep. Once
Uh-huh.
you finish this course evaluation, you guys will actually be completely and totally ready to log off. And as you enjoyed this, make sure you let your friends know we're doing this again in the fall. Okay? So your friends that you have at school, it's in the area that, in the 9th to 12th grade, we're going to start putting out information for the fall cohort as well. And so if you have any friends based on what you've learned and how much you've enjoyed the cohort so far, please be the S.O.A.R ambassadors that you are and invite them to come. We don't know where we're going next year. This year's the Dominican Republic. Next year we might go to Paris or Japan or Brazil. Some of these itinerary places y'all put on here. I'm just saying. We might need somebody to make some desserts. We might need to make somebody make some ethnic Peruvian food. I'm just saying. We might have to use the Japan itinerary so it can save us some money. I'm just saying. Just saying. But once you guys finish the Google Doc, we thank you so much, and we'll see you at the next cohort.
Just really quickly, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I apologize. I've been out, so my surroundings is quite loud. But I do want to just congratulate you all for completing the hospitality and travel component of this cohort. You have 4 more weeks, and we are done. All right, so hang in there. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. This 12 weeks goes by really, really fast. So just continue to hang in there, and we'll get you through it. And you all are really on track to going with us to Dominican Republic. So keep up the
Back.
great. I'm very, very excited. Listen, we're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this together, and we're going to do our fundraising. We're going to start doing that soon. So we'll let you know. But get ready because it's an exciting time for us. We're very excited. We're working hard to get this trip up and going, and we're looking forward to having you all join us. Congratulations once again.
Hey. Everybody saw the evaluation in the chat?
Yeah.
Excellent. Once you fill it out, you're free to go.
Bye.
Good
Have a
night.
good one, Roxy.
Bye, guys.
Night. See
Good
you
night.
later.
Thank you, man. Pause the recording real quick.
Oh, yes.